The weekend she lied, I let her go. When Clara said she was going away for a girls' weekend, she made it sound like a casual escape. Wine, giggles, and spa robes. What she didn't know was that I had already started packing up the version of my life that included her. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't even say a word. I just stood there in the doorway, clutching her red coffee mug, the one with the chipped handle she wouldn't let me throw away, and watched her drive off like she was heading toward bliss. In truth, she was heading into the arms of another man. And the moment her taillights vanished into the morning haze, I put the mug down and listened, really listened, to that quiet voice in my head that had been whispering for months, "You already know." It wasn't a sudden betrayal. It was a slow, unkind erosion of something I once believed was solid. Clara used to laugh with her eyes. Lately, she barely looked at me when I spoke. Conversations became formalities. She smelled different, a perfume I didn't recognize. She said I was distant, said I needed to reconnect with myself. Irony. She left Friday morning, light on her feet, practically bouncing to her car. I'd given her that overnight bag for her birthday. Now it carried lingerie for someone else. I stood in the hallway for a long time after she closed the door, not knowing what to do with myself. The silence of the house didn't feel peaceful. Felt abandoned. That's when I went to the hall closet. On the top shelf was a small black box I hadn't touched since we moved in together. Inside was a backup phone I used for travel. It still had a charger wrapped tightly like a coiled snake. Plugged it in. That phone became my eyes. By the evening I had installed a location sharing app. When she logged into our home Wi-Fi one last time before leaving, the link connected. I watched her location silently, ashamed of the surveillance, but more ashamed of how long I had accepted lies. At 8:42 p.m., her dot landed on a house, not a hotel. It wasn't a cabin. It wasn't any of the cozy destinations she had claimed. It was a residential home in a suburb I didn't recognize. She stayed there. For 5 hours straight, the dot didn't move. 3:15 a.m. I drove. Not to the house. I wasn't ready. I drove to my brother Noah's apartment. He found me hours later, sitting in the dark, eating cereal with my fingers from the box. "You look like you saw a ghost," he said. I handed him the phone. The messages I had airdropped from her laptop to mine that morning were open. From a man named Ethan. Messages like, "He's still so clueless. Don't forget the champagne. And the blue candles, you know what they do to me." Noah read them in silence, his jaw set. Then he grabbed us beers, and we sat in that sad, slow morning together. "You gonna confront her?" he asked eventually. "Not yet," I said. "She'll twist it. She always does. Need more. I need it airtight." That afternoon I called Clara's friend Madison. Casual tone. "Did the girls make it to the cabin safely?" "Oh yeah. We're just relaxing. Long drive, but we're here. All 3 of them." "Yes. Yep. Clara's already 2 glasses in," she laughed. Thanked her. Hung up. Checked the map. Clara's dot was still at the house. She hadn't moved. Saturday evening I dressed in plain black clothes. Nothing dramatic. Ball cap. I drove across town and parked a few houses away. The street was calm, quiet. Upper middle class. Her car was out front. No other signs of a party or a girls' night. I crept up the side of the house and stopped at the window. Through the blinds I saw the living room. Her hair down. That same robe she used to wear for me slipping from her shoulders. Ethan was there. Younger, smug, arms around her waist. They shared champagne and laughter. Her laugh. The one I hadn't heard in months. And around her neck. The necklace. My mother's necklace. The one Clara claimed she lost. That's when I snapped, but not the way people expect. I didn't break in. I didn't scream. I turned around, walked back to my car and sat in silence. That necklace was the nail in the coffin. She didn't just betray me. She disrespected everything we were. That night I went home and started the purge. Every photo. Every souvenir. Her clothes boxed. Her trinkets trashed. Our wedding album. page by page into the fireplace. I watched her smile burn, not out of hate but out of closure. Sunday morning she texted me like nothing had happened. "Hey babe, heading home soon. Want anything from Whole Foods?" I didn't respond. I placed her key in an envelope with a sticky note. "Give this to Ethan. He'll need it more than I ever did." She came home that evening, smile fake, voice sweet. Tried to hug me. I stepped aside. "Where were you, Clara?" She lied. Instantly. Without shame. "Madison and them, blah blah." I opened the laptop, turned the screen to her. Text. Pictures. I stared. Cold. "You went through my stuff. You wore the necklace you said you lost. You mocked me. You lied." She folded her arms. "You were distant. I needed something real. So you cheated. Lied. And used me." She didn't deny it. She just watched me. "I want you out," I said. "Tonight." "You're not serious. Your things are in the garage." Left. Slammed the door. That night she texted, "You'll regret this." I always land on my feet. Monday I contacted a lawyer, Elise Hartman. Tough, efficient, brilliant. I gave her everything. She built a plan. No prenup. Proof of infidelity. No mercy. Tuesday I texted Madison. "Thanks for lying. Just so you know, Clara said I was cool with it. She said our marriage was over." Madison replied fast. "Had no idea. She lied to me too." Later that day Ethan messaged me. "I didn't know she was still with you." "Sorry. She said you were separated." "She's yours now," I replied. "Good luck." By Wednesday Clara showed up. I handed her the divorce papers. "You're kidding." "No. And if you lie again, the court will see the messages." "No one will love you after this," she hissed. "Maybe. But at least I won't be faking it." Thursday she tried to destroy my job. Called HR. Said I was unstable. But I was ready. I gave my boss all the evidence. He backed off. Clara went silent. Friday I breathed again. For the first time in months, I opened the windows, stripped the bed, burned her scent out of my life. Lise called. Clara had responded to the divorce. The battle would go on. But I had already won. She had her girls' weekend. I had my reclaim my life weekend. She burned the bridge. I rebuilt the shore.